Hi, I'm Brad. I'm at the Pacific Yard. I manage the Pacific Yard in the Albany shop. And today I'm going to show you how to mount chains on your tractor. And wherever you're at, the ideal scenario would be similar to what I'm going to show you today. There's many ways to do it. A lot of drivers do it differently. I would even advise, after you're done looking at this video, if you haven't ever looked at it, go on the internet, research them, and pick out the best thoughts that you see that will work for you. Not every scenario I could give you today will work in every situation. So we're just going to go with a basic chaining. This is the way I used to chain. I never lost a chain, and I kept them tight. And that's the goal, is to not lose a chain, not damage equipment, not be broke down the side of the road, not blow a tire, or lose an airbag because your chain came loose. So I'm going to chain this truck up and trailer, and we'll go from there. Okay, now that I've got all the chains on, I'm going to point out a few things that are important. That what you do here makes all the difference as to how much effort you put into putting your chains on. All your chains should have the cams out, for one. All the cams should always be out. All these links should have these up, because these will dig into tires. And when they dig into tires, you can puncture tires, but overall you'll ruin them. So you always want the cams out, and you want these links up. You want your cams open, so that when you're tightening your cams down, you'll see that in a minute, that we're going to be able to secure it as tight as we can. All your chains, whether you're going to back up or go forward, should be reasonably the same, just touching the ground on all the axles. That way, when I roll forward or backwards, and it don't matter which way, then you can secure them at the same time. So that's very important. In a normal environment, unlike today, your gear is not going to be down. You're going to be on the side of the road. You're going to be in some yard. So I got to put my gear up here before I roll forward and put those chains on. So we're going to tighten these chains up now. Ideally start with the low ones because they're going to be harder to do once you get everything tightened up. they're going to be harder to tighten. So I always do the lowest ones first. I can get more leverage on the top ones later. That got them all tight, which is really sweet, but once you get rolling, they're still going to loosen up. Just like the J hooks are out like this for the cross links, keep these out too. May not be as dangerous, but they still can get into the tire. Now that we've got our bungees on and we've got all our cam locks, I'm going to keep an eye on your tool for one, because in the snow, this is great, looks easy. In the snow, you can lose this really easy and you just kick it around, so be careful. I wouldn't even say, I'd say paint it. Paint it a bright yellow or orange, something reflective. But they even make a better cam lock that you can get more grip on. So if you can find one of those, more power to you. So I'm going to roll ahead now. You want to roll ahead 50, 100 foot, recheck your chains. Put them on good the first time. These are on tight. Obviously, it's a perfect environment, but if you put them on right the first time and you get your bungees on there and you roll ahead 50, 100 foot and they're still fairly tight, you're going to be in good shape. Just keep your speed down, 25 miles an hour. Don't go faster than that. I don't care what anybody else does or anyone else says. Chains get thrown because you go too fast, they get loose and they get thrown, they get damaged. So keep your speed down. You're not gonna save any time going over a pass. I don't care how long it is. Keep your speed down, keep it safe. So you pull ahead at this point, 50, 100 foot, recheck the chains, and once you're good, and you just take off. So this chain's gotten loose. This is a chain that I would undo and re-snug a little bit. So before I take these chains off, I'm going to point out the fact that this is a perfect environment again. They haven't spun, so if you pull in to take your chains off somewhere, you may not be able to get them all off at the same time, like I will. So just keep that in mind. You're going to have to park in such a way that you can start releasing your chains. Okay, if you saw the way that I have set the chains, it's so you can roll ahead a couple feet so you can get them out. You want them out of the way. Be careful when you roll ahead or back up, you don't go over the next chain. So when I put these chains away, I usually grab about every third link so they never drag on the ground that way. Voila, we're done. As I said, there's different ways to chain up. People put blocks under the tires, they drive up on the blocks, they put the chains on. It can be easier. It may not work in every scenario. You will chain on dry pavement at times because the DOT requires it in certain states. You will chain in bad weather, rainy, weather. Be prepared. Get some knee pads. I guarantee knee pads or a pad to put down when you're chaining. It keeps your legs dry and it keeps your knees healthy, and it just makes it a little bit easier on the body. Be warm, keep your truck running. Just take your time. This is not something to be in a hurry in. You can't get over that pass and down the other side that fast. You will not save, and I'm telling you now, you're not gonna save any time. The idea of chaining is for safety, so be safe, drive slow, enjoy the weather, enjoy what you do for a living. So good luck to you guys, and if you have any questions about chaining, feel free to come in the office anytime of the day, and I'll come out and we'll chain up together if you need some help. If you have some pointers, bring them up. Let us know if you got some good thoughts. Just use your head, be safe, and have a good time. Thank you.